In this video, I'll demonstrate how to install Grok Bot on your computer. In my case, I'm using a MacBook. The same process applies if you're using a Windows machine. So to download and install Grok Bot, you go to x.ai/bot. Click on Download for macOS. And if you're using Windows, it'll be Download for Windows. Once downloaded, click on the downloads and then click to open it up, the download. Next, drag it to Applications. You may be prompted to enter the password, and once dragged to Applications and installed, go back to the list of apps, and one of the options is Grok Bot. Click on Grok Bot and then click on Open. Next, click on Sign In. If you don't have an account, you can click here on Sign Up and create a free account. One thing to note when creating a new account, it will prompt you for credit card information, and it will not charge you unless you approve any of the purchases. In my case, I already have an account created and I've gone through those steps, and I'm still using the free version of it. So I'll click here, Continue with Email, and enter your password. Under the Share Data, press Continue. Then click on Sign In. And at this point, we are logged in to Grok Bot. The way this works is that it's very similar to the Messenger app. You have all the bots that are running different processes behind the scenes here on the left-hand side. You can create a new bot from here on the left-hand panel. You can click on the new bot or channel on the top left. Then further down here, we have the plugins. These are all different options and integrations with different platforms such as Gmail, Google Drive, Google Calendar, and so on. You're authorizing access to one of those applications that you work with. Depending on what you're asking it to do, run those processes in the background. Further down here, we have the account settings, so you can click under the Grok Bot account and then click on Settings, and you can change the theme, you can set the microphone, you can set time zones, and the various rules and guardrails that you want to set up for your Grok Bot. You can set it every time to prompt you, or you can authorize always access to certain things. Under Updates, this is where you can check for updates and also what to run automatically. And then this is where you can reset all the options for your Grok Bot. Typically, when you create your account with Cursor, most likely going to ask you a series of questions as to what you use, what platforms you use. In my case, I skipped that, so now we are going to create a new bot on the left. For this particular bot, we need to give it a set of directions. It says, what do you want me around for? And you can pick the option that you're looking to perform. It can be for reminders, for research, for drafting. It can be for code or planning or shipping. It can be for explaining things or something specific. You want to be specific and give it as many details as you want. You can also use the transcribe option and just describe all that you'd want bot to do for you, and then it will suggest what bots to launch. Typically, it's best to select the CEO option because it will collaborate behind the scenes with other bots. So now that I gave it a prompt, it's asking us which option do we want to enable first. So you have operations such as checklists, follow-ups, weekly digest, the inbox. It will check your email, it will draft replies, and so on. It can deal with customer leads, content, create new content, or take meeting notes. So in this case, I'll just simply say ops. And now it's creating a new bot for the operations. Here you can add additional details for operations. And notice it's suggesting different tasks to run on its own. You can specify then again other options related to where to get the data from, and this is up to you. Now here it's prompting us to create another bot. And in this case, we'll create an inbox. It will check your email. It will prompt to connect to access the email platform. One thing to keep in mind is that each one of these bots is actually running a separate virtual machine on the XAI platform. So if we go here to the new bot on the top and click on the computer icon in the top right, this will display and open that bot's virtual machine. Notice in this virtual machine there is Chrome and there's command line and so on, so you can actually run different processes on that virtual machine and basically train it on what to do. So it will learn by whatever you're doing or searching on that particular virtual machine, it's going to learn to perform those tasks on its own. And notice there's a teach a task option here on the top right. And again, the same thing for ops. You can click on the computer, it's going to start the desktop. Also, these processes are going to run in the background. So even if you close your computer, the system, those bots are going to be performing the tasks that you assign behind the scenes. So now to go back to the Grok Bot, we open the Grok Bot app, and then it's depending on what you prompted the system to perform, it's going to generate these reports automatically. It's going to put email drafts together, and you can also create routines and so on. But basically think of it just like a messaging app where you have different messages, in this case, that these bots are performing and different sets of actions behind the scenes. Now, if you set the main bot as the CEO of this platform, so if you right click here and you choose Edit Profile, this is where you can describe it and give it specific instructions so that this bot collaborates with all the other bots to run processes behind the scenes. So again, this is very basic, and the purpose of it was to get it installed in your machine. My suggestion for the next steps would be to look online how to configure specific bots to use it for improving productivity. Hopefully you found this helpful. I suggest that you keep an eye on new videos from this channel, as I'll be developing other ones as we move forward with creating and utilizing bots from XAI or other platforms as well.